Hello friends, a quick tutorial on how to draw your grid. So you have two choices for this. You can, if you have a printer, print out your half picture and draw your grid alongside that or over top of that. Or if you want, you can do it on a blank paper. And I think this is what I would do, is I would do it on a blank paper and then cut out my printed piece and stick it on after. Or if you don't even have a printer, then you don't have to worry about it. So I think this is going to be the easiest way for everyone. Regardless, the measurements will be the same, whether you do it on blank paper or on your printed paper. Okay, so let's get started and I'll show you what that looks like. So a regular size sheet of paper is 11 by 8.5. And we want to kind of find the middle because we know that our drawing is half of a drawing. So if I measure 8.5, I know half of 8 is 4 and half of a half is a quarter. So 4 1/4. And if you're really struggling with your ruler, you can just do 4 inches, but I'm going to do 4 1/4 and just make a little tick nice and light there. And I'm going to measure again here, tick. And so now I have the same distance at each end. I'm going to turn my page and draw a line basically right down the center of the page. Okay, so now I know that my drawing is going to go on one side and the other side will either be blank, or if you have a printer, you can cut out your print and put it on here. It's up to you, but mine will be blank. All right, so if you read the lesson, it says 1 inch squares. So what that means is we want to draw 1 inch boxes like a map over this whole page or a grid. So I'm going to turn this, oh my goodness, I'm going to turn this sideways because I think it's easier. 11. So line up your ruler and make a little tick every 1 inch. Just a little tiny light little tick, 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 just so you know where everything goes. And do that again at the edge of the paper. Okay, 1, 1, 1, 1. And that way, you know your boxes are going to be nice and straight and nice and even. So now line up those 2 dots with your ruler, take a pencil and very gently, very lightly draw a line across. And do that with each one of your 1 inch stripes. Fantastic. So now that you've got your 1 inch stripes going this way, we can make the grid by turning the page. And I'm going to line up my ruler again. And this time I'm going to go the other direction and I'm going to do 1 inch again. So just lightly, don't press very hard because you're going to erase a lot of this at the end after your drawing is done. So again at the top, 1 inch little tick, tick, ticks all the way across, 1, 1, 1. And because our page is 8.5 inches, you're gonna have a little space on the edge. Don't worry about that too much. You can cut it off at the end if you don't like it. It's not a big deal, okay? So now I'm gonna line up my little tick, 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 ticks and draw very lightly across the top and to the bottom. And there we go. And now you can see I've got my map, which is ready for drawing. So now I'm ready to move on to the next step.